this thing that they're doing because they think that they're honoring it, are they accidentally sending the wrong message? I think it's possible. This remake, remaster is a new version of the original Last of Us, only built on the engine of The Last of Us Part 2, and it gives them more uniformity. It is a full $70 release for this game that's not really changed very much. It's mainly just updated visuals. And if you came here looking to know whether I think it's worth $70, that's not what this video is, but the answer is no, it is not worth $70. It's not the specific topic of today. I think what I'm going to discuss here illuminates why I think that way. There are two sides to The Last of Us Part 1. And today we're going to go over the video they just released as an overview of this project, and I'm going to elaborate on those two sides. All right, let's get into the video.
On those flashbacks within that scene for the first game, we got excited with the idea of like, oh man, what if we made The Last of Us Part 1 to look as good, if not better, than what we have done with Last of Us Part 2, which we really pushed the boundaries of like what we could do from gameplay and a graphical standpoint, and felt like if we do that, we could actually come even closer to our original vision of what the first game would have been had we not been constrained by technology.
Now that is one of the key points here. Neil Druckmann is saying that that was the original vision for the first game. But the other side is that a lot of people want not the original vision, but the original thing that already exists. They want that to be preserved. And we'll get more into that in a second. As many people have pointed out in comparisons of the two, a lot of people seem to think the original Last of Us has an art style. And then this Part 1 version eliminates that art style and just goes for the more Part 2 art style, which it objectively does. I think Druckmann makes it clear here, time has made it so that it doesn't look realistic anymore. I can't look at that original game and think that they were trying to go for anything stylistic besides being a realistic looking game. And now that they have the ability to make it look more realistic, they are in fact creating what was their original vision.
Density of physics objects. This has always been the dream. Our AI tech has just increased incredibly. Motion matching.
Permadeath mode, speedrun mode, a bunch more of unlockables, a model viewer mode.
Feel the environments in a much more visceral way. You feel that sort of release in tension.
Hearing, turning, seeing, reacting. You are in this world.
This video gets in the weeds a lot, showing the actual kind of interface that a game developer would see to show how they're improving this game. I'm sure these devs are incredibly excited about these improvements they were able to make and how they were able to get more of the original vision. These are the type of changes that a player doesn't necessarily notice, because these changes don't change how you felt when you first went and played The Last of Us. But notice that these are not changes that replace the first game at all. They more just kind of enhance what the first game's experience was. As far as we've seen to this point, Naughty Dog has not shown gameplay changes that really make it look like The Last of Us Part 2. The Last of Us Part 2 is a really good stealth game. Their gameplay systems in there are great, and while one of those main gameplay systems is the AI, as they show here, I just don't believe that that's the primary thing that will put this on par with The Last of Us Part 2. Let's go The Last of Us Part 1 side, the side of this was the vision and now it's realized. I don't even think that people angry about the price or the cash grabbiness can make a case that this won't be the best version of the game. And even though it doesn't look incredibly different, it will still probably be the best. But here's the question. This is when we go to the other side, the wanting to preserve that first experience, and how This project kind of goes against that. Not all remakes make the original vision obsolete. If you look at FF7 or Resident Evil 2, I mean, those borderline changed the entire game. It's a remake in its fullest sense. It is, we have revisited this and we've made changes. And you look at something like a Demon Souls, and that's a little more akin to this, but it's also just trying to strive for the best possible version of that game. Specifically, the existence of the PS4 remaster makes me think of this one a little bit differently. Not only because that PS4 remaster is very good, and on PS5 it runs at 1800p and 60 FPS. Like, it's very playable. Something about this remake, and constantly touting that this is the true vision.
The original creative vision of The Last of Us, I think in a lot of ways was larger than what the PlayStation 3 was capable of.
The original creative vision.
Is actively insulting that first game. It's saying that we didn't actually make what we wanted to in that game, and you may hold it in high esteem, but we don't, because we have to change it. That game is not sacred. This version might be sacred, but maybe in 10 years we'll make another version, and then this version won't be sacred anymore. It treats The Last of Us like a tech demo. Like, it's this game that is always supposed to evolve with the times. If they can include more beads of sweat on Ellie's face, they have to do it. There's a lot of hyperbole on both sides of The Last of Us. You can find people that think it's the greatest game ever made, and you can also find people that take a way too aggressive other direction approach where it's like, actually, you're an idiot and it's one of the worst games ever made. But the thing that I never thought was a possibility was that The Last of Us was not a complete thing. I never played that original version or the remastered and thought, well, this clearly wasn't what they were going for. And now the existence of this version kind of says that. And what does that say about the game as a whole? I think it says that they think the game is only as good as it looks. And I don't really like that answer. I don't know if there's anything here. So I'm gonna, Jerry Seinfeld, is this anything?